Good morning, yogis. Welcome back at Aura 7 Yoga. My name is Francesca, and we are here live at Aura 7 Active or on Instagram. We're going to get going and start a little yummy yoga class on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Good morning. Nice to have you. Nice to see you. Get some props, some blocks, some straps. They're always very useful for your yoga practice. And then you're ready. We're going to get going and we're going to get started in child's pose. All right. So move over to your mat. You're already there, awesome. Bring your knees nice and wide onto the mat. Bring the big toes to touch, drop the hips down to your heels. And keeping the hips down onto the heels, slowly walk the arms all the way forward. Allow your forehead to come down to the earth, come down to the mat. Reach your fingertips forward, spread the fingers away from each other. Feel all 10 knuckles pressing down to the mat. Feel the connection with the earth. Slowly shift the focus to the breath. Slow, steady inhales through the nose. And slow, steady exhales out through the nose. Keep a little bit of a pause in between the inhales and the exhales. Find space on your mat. Start to let go of the past, let go of the future, and connect to the moment. Start to scan your physical body, and start to feel your body from the fingertips all the way to the toes. Feeling your shoulders, the muscles around the face, your hips, your feet, your palms, your arms. And gently pull the belly button into the spine. With the next inhalation, reach the fingers more forward. Lift the forearms and the elbows away from the mat. Start to activate this child's pose. Lengthen through the spine. Fill up the lungs all the way to the top. And then this time, open your mouth and create a nice audible exhale. Create an HAA sound through the mouth. Again, seal the lips. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Reaching the fingers forward, hips back towards the heels, pulling the belly in, lengthen out through the spine. Wrap the tricep muscles down, spin the biceps to the ceiling. Sip a little more air in, hold it at the very top. Then open your mouth and a nice audible HAA side out, let it go. Last one, deep, strong inhale breath in through the nose. Pulling the air deeper and deeper. Imagine that you can pull it all the way down into the pelvic floor. Pull the air in all the way to the very top. Hold it there. Sip a little more in. Really fill up the lungs all the way to the top. Corners, top, bottom, sides, all the way. Then this time, keep your lips sealed and exhale out through the nose, creating same HAA sound in the back of the throat. Turning on this Ujjayi breath. Gently blink the eyes open. Turn the head to right, to left, massage out your forehead, and gaze up to your fingertips. Walk your hands all the way out to the right as you press the left hip back to the left heel, releasing the forehead down in between the biceps. Come back to center, walk the hands all the way out to the left, press the hips back, breathing into the right side body this time. And then rise back to center. Walk the hands forward, lift up the chest just halfway and reach the right arm underneath the left shoulder. Place the right ear, right cheek down to the mat and reach the left fingertips forward. Turn the left tricep down to the mat. Deep, slow inhale. Exhale it out. Slowly lift up. Place the right palm back down to the earth and reach the left palm underneath the right shoulder. Turn the right tricep down. Left cheek, left ear comes down to the mat. Deep, slow inhale. And exhale, let it out. Slowly come back to center. Come on up all the way into a tabletop position, coming into all fours. Knees down underneath the hips, palms underneath the shoulders, pressing the earth away, keeping the neck long. Drop the belly down, lift the gaze, lift the tailbone to the sky. And exhale, gaze back to your navel, tuck the chin to the chest. Again, inhale, lift up the gaze, drop the belly down. And exhale, round, tuck the chin to the chest. Come on back into a neutral tabletop position. Lift up the right leg out to the side and circle it forward a couple of times. And circle it back. Good job. Release the right knee down to the mat. Lift up the left leg all the way out to the side. Start to circle the knee forward a couple times. And then circle the knee back a couple times. And then release the left knee down to the mat. Pull the belly in, keep the lower back long. As you reach the right arm forward, bring the thumb up to the ceiling, bicep to the ear. And then pull the inner shoulder away from the right ear. Lengthen through the spine, pull the belly in. Shift the body weight over to the right knee and pick up your left foot. Keep the left foot down to the mat and create this nice long line through the whole spine. Good, then slowly keeping the lower back nice and long, pick up the left heel just 2 inches away from the mat. Pull the belly in, deep inhale. Hold it here as you exhale. And then see if you can lift the left heel a little higher without dropping into your lower belly, without dropping the belly button down to the mat, keeping the length in the whole lower back. And slowly release, right palm comes down to the mat, left knee comes down to the mat. And then shifting the body weight to the right palm, pick up the left palm. Turn the left thumb to the ceiling, release the left inner shoulder away from the ear. Hold the belly in, keep the neck long. Now slowly send your right foot back. Keep the right toes down to the mat, lengthen out from your lower back. Pull the belly in, neck is still long. Then slowly with control lift the right foot, just 2 inches away from the mat. Keep lengthening out from your lower back. Pull the belly in, don't let the belly button drop down to the mat. And maybe lift the right heel a little higher, but keep lifting up from your lower back. Keeping the entire sacrum lower back area nice and long. Deep inhale. Then exhale, release the left palm down, release the right knee down to the mat. Coming into a modified side plank as you turn the right toes out. Right palm, right knee, left heel stays in one line. Inhale the left arm high to the sky. Lift up from the right shoulder, pull the belly in, and slowly start to reach the top arm forward, bring the bicep to the ear. Engage the left outer hip and lift the left heel up and away from the mat. Pull the belly in. Now find again that nice long line. Instead of pushing the belly forward, see if you can feel how the left fingertips and the left heel are still in one line. Your booty is not going back behind you. In fact, you're tucking the tailbone under. Taking a deep, slow inhale. And as you exhale, release the left foot down to the mat. Press down through the left foot. Turn on your core. Lift the left arm high. Then rise up, gate pose. Release the left arm down to the mat and reach the right arm up and over. Deep, slow inhale. Reach a little bit more as you exhale. Good, then the hands down to the mat. Come back into a tabletop position. Go through another cat and cow. Lift up the gaze, drop the belly. And exhale, gaze back to your navel. Push the earth away. Come back into neutral tabletop. Turn the left toes out, modified side plank. Left palm, left knee, and right heel is in one line. Reach the right arm high to the sky. Then start to reach the right arm forward. Turn the bicep down. Then engage the right outer hip. Flex the right foot. Float the right foot away from the mat. Lift the right heel all the way hip height. Now tuck the tailbone under and make your spine as long as you can. Feel your core is really engaged here. Pull the belly in, deep inhale. Hold it here as you exhale. Good, then slowly release the right foot back down to the mat. Push the outer arch of the right foot down to the mat. Lift up the right arm, turn on your core, and slowly lift up into your gate pose. Then reach the left arm up and over. Lift up from the left sideways. Pulling the belly in, exhale, go a little deeper. One more inhale, and one more exhale. Bring the hands down to the mat. Come on back into a tabletop position, all fours. Yeah. And then bring the hands just a couple inches more forward. Spread the fingers as much as you can. Press down through all 10 knuckles. Wrap the tricep muscles back. Tuck the toes under and lift your hips high for your downward facing dog. Soften the knees. Maybe start to walk your dog a little. Bending the right knee, releasing the opposite heel down to the mat. Finding some movement in your hips, in your hamstrings, in your calves, Achilles, feet. And then find stillness in your down dog. Soften both knees, let the tailbone higher, pull the belly in. Then start to rotate the tricep muscles down, create space for your neck as you spin the biceps to the ceiling. Feel the connection with the mat, with the left palm and the right palm. Pressing all 10 knuckles firmly down to the mat, gazing back in between the feet. Then maybe slowly start to straighten the legs slightly, but you can keep the knees bent as much as you need it. Try to straighten out through the spine instead. Deep, slow inhale and exhale. Walk your hands just a little closer to your feet, shorten your down dog, and make your stand a little wider. Bring the feet almost mat distance apart. Good, then soften the knees and reach your right hand to the outside of the left leg. Come into a down dog twist. Now you can hold it here. Maybe your right hand goes onto the outside of the left leg, maybe slides all the way down to the left ankle. But whatever happens, grab the left tricep muscles down to the earth. Feel the energy to lift out from the left wrist, left shoulder, left elbow joint. Now maybe bending the right elbow, pulling the upper body closer to the lower body, and maybe gazing underneath the left armpit. Knees can stay soft, spine is still long. Release the right palm down, root down through all 5 knuckles on the right hand. And then reach the left hand to the outside of the right leg. You may touch the outside of the right knee, maybe your hand slides down further towards the ankle. And slowly, as you're wrapping the right tricep muscles down to the right tricep muscle down to the mat, slowly pull the upper body closer to the lower body, maybe gazing underneath the right armpit up to the ceiling. Release, come on back down, then walk your hands all the way back to your feet. You can keep your feet mat distance apart. It feels so good grabbing onto opposite elbows, just finding some ease in your lower back. Letting the crown of the head to melt down towards the earth. Shifting the body weight to the left, to the right. Shifting the body weight a little bit more into your toe mats. Lengthen it out from your lower back, bringing the hands behind your lower back, interlock the hands, squeeze the shoulder blades, then lift the fist up to the ceiling, squeezing the hands, squeezing the shoulder blades, opening up through the front part of the chest, through the shoulders. Hands come down to the mat, toe heel your feet together, bring the big toes to touch, bring your heels to touch, soften the knees, and slide your palms up onto the shin bones. Reaching the crown of the head forward, pull the belly in, and then shift the body weight just a little more forward into the toe mats. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, almost finding a hint of a back bend in this pose. Then keep all this length and just fold forward, bring the forehead down to the shins. Bring the hands onto your hips. One vertebrae at a time, slowly roll up all the way into a standing position. Let the head come up last. Bring the arms by your side, Tadasana, mountain pose. Roll the shoulders back, stand up nice and tall. Root down to the big toe mounts, root down to the pinky toe mounts. Then root down to the center of the heels. Feel how you're lifting the energy up all the way into the pelvic floor. Tuck the tailbone under, engage your thigh muscles, pull the belly in, rolling the shoulders back, gently tuck the chin to the chest. And as you do all that with the body, still focus on that steady, slow breath in and out through the nose. Bring the hands to your heart center, take a deep inhale. Audible exhale, let it out, let it go. Seal the lips, blink your eyes open if you closed it. Inhale, arms up to the ceiling, engage the whole body. Exhale, fall forward, hinge from the hips, maybe soften the knees. Inhale, lift up the heart. Exhale, fold in deep. Place the hands onto your hips, roll all the way up into a standing position. Let the head come up last. Then bring the hands to your heart center. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Add a little back bend. Go push the arms open to the chest. Push the hips forward. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, hinging from the hips. Come forward with a flat spine. Inhale, lift up your heart. And exhale, fold, melt it down. Place the hands onto your hips. Slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Roll up all the way into a standing position. Bring the hands to your heart center, Samastiti. Inhale, lift up the arms, Urdhva Hastasana. Find that back bend, go pose the arms, lift up your heart. Inhale, back to the center, and exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, lift up your heart. Exhale, walk all the way out into a high plank position, top of a push-up. Separate your feet, hip distance apart, your palms shoulder distance apart. Bring your shoulders directly over the wrists. Lift up the thighs, engage the legs. Reach the energy back to the heels. And then also reach the energy forward through the sternum as you wrap the tricep muscles back. Hold it here, or maybe pick up the right foot without twisting in your hips. Point the right toes back. Deep inhale. Exhale, release the right foot down to the mat. Pick up the left foot without twisting in your hips. Point the left toes back. Lengthen through the spine. Slowly release, left foot comes down. Then release the knees down to the mat and come out all the way down onto your belly. Bhujangasana Cobra pose. Press into the tops of your feet, spin the inner thighs to the ceiling, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lengthen through the neck. Slowly lift the chest up and away from the mat. There's little to no weight on the palms. Maybe we can float the palms just a half of an inch away from the mat. Keep the neck long, press into the tops of your feet, legs are engaged, glutes are engaged. Exhale, come on back down. Bring the arms by your side, turn the palms down, thumbs out. Inhale, lift up the chest. Then lift up, pick up the toes, reach the big toes back. Then pick up the arms, reach the fingertips back, lengthen out through the spine. Interlock the hands behind your back, lift the fist away from the glutes, lift the chest a little higher, lift one more rib away from the mat, keeping the legs engaged, pointing the big toes back. Exhale, release it down. Place your hands next to your floating ribs. Point the elbows to the ceiling. Press down to the tops of your feet. Roll the outer hips down, lift up the kneecaps. Then slowly start to rise up into upward facing dog. Pause halfway, squeeze the shoulder blades, then slowly maybe straighten the arms all the way. Keep the neck long, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips high to the sky. Deep, slow inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it out. Inhale your right leg halfway up, point the right toes down. Keep your hips level. Exhale, bring the knee to your nose, round through the spine, gaze back to your navel. Inhale, tap the right knee down to the mat. Make your spine long. Exhale, gaze back to your navel, lift up the knee. Inhale, tap the knee down. Exhale, pull it back up. Inhale, tap the knee down. Exhale, pull it back up. Inhale, your right leg high to the sky. Point the toe, lift it nice and high. Lift up your left heel away from the mat. Come up onto your left tippy toes. Then keep the right leg high, reaching to the ceiling. And then slowly release the left heel down towards the mat. Feel that stretch all the way in the left leg. Exhale, bring the knee to your nose, round to the spine, and step it all the way through low lunge. Keep the back heel lifted. Bring the right knee right over the right ankle. Come up onto your fingertips, or if that's too difficult, maybe grab 2 blocks and place the hands softly onto the top of the blocks, creating a nice long energy line from the back heel all the way to the crown of the head. Lift up the left inner knee away from the mat, so your left leg is strong and straight. Your belly is strong. Lift the belly an inch away from the right thigh and float the arms by your side. Pulling the right hip back, turning the left hip forward, keeping the back leg strong. And then feel how your neck is part of the spine. You're not hanging the head down. You're not gazing up, stressing the back of the neck. You're keeping all 4 corners of your neck nice and long. Deep inhale. Exhale, left palm comes down. Right arm comes high to the sky, twist. Pulling the right hip back. Twisting in your belly. Deep inhale as you lengthen. Exhale as you twist. Your right fingers are the extension of the right shoulder. One more inhale and one more exhale. Now release the hands down to the mat. Step back into a high plank position. Bring your feet together. Side plank Vashisthasana. Right palm down, left arm high. Modify if you need it. Drop the bottom knee down. Try to stack your ankles on top of each other. Flexing the feet. Engage the legs. Lift up from the right shoulder and reach the energy up to the left fingers. Deep inhale, exhale. Come on back into high plank pose. Lower down to your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Back to that slow, steady breath. In and out through the nose. Inhale, pick up your left foot. Point the left toes down to the mat. Keep the hips level. Exhale, bring the knee to your nose. Round through the spine, plug the chin to the chest. Inhale, tap the left knee down. Exhale, pull it back to your chest. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale, pull it back up. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale, pull it back up. Inhale, your left leg high to the sky. Lift your right heel away from the mat and reach the left leg as high as you can. Then keeping the left glute engaged, the left leg high, slowly release the right heel down to the mat. Ooh. And exhale, pull the knee to your nose. Step it all the way through low lunge. Keep the back heel lifted. Come up onto your fingertips or grab those 2 blocks. But even if you have the blocks, you're not just sinking into those blocks, resting here in this pose. You're just lightly tapping the fingers down onto the block. So the energy comes from the back heel all the way to the crown of the head, and you support the spine with your strong core. Deep inhale and exhale. Lift the belly away from the left thigh and fly the arms by your side without swinging the left hip out to the side. Neck is long, tricep, bicep muscle is engaged. Your fingers are reaching back. Deep inhale Maybe lean more forward as you exhale. One more deep inhale. Exhale, right palm comes down. Then lift the left arm high to the sky. Left fingers, left shoulder stays in one line. You lift up from the right shoulder. And again, of course, in this pose, you can use a block underneath the right palm if you need that. But try not to sink into that right shoulder. Lift the energy up from the right shoulder. Soften the belly and twist. Deep inhale. One more exhale, stay here. Release the hands down to the mat. Step back into a high plank pose, top of a push-up. Bring your feet together, roll to the outer arch of the left foot, left palm down, right arm high. Lift the energy up from the left wrist, left elbow, left shoulder. And then reach the right fingertips as high as you can to open up through the chest as you squeeze the shoulder blades together onto your back. Flex your feet, hold it here. And come on down, high plank pose. Slowly lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, lift your heart. And exhale, downward facing dog, hips high to the sky. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, bring the right knee to the right tricep. Touch the right tricep, hold it here. Then slide the knee down to the wrist. And exhale, pull it back to the tricep. Inhale, slide it down. Exhale, pull it back up. Inhale, slide it down. Exhale, pull it back up. One more. Inhale, slide it down. Exhale, pull it back up. Inhale, your right leg high to the sky. Exhale, step the right leg all the way forward in between the palms. Seal your back heel down. Set up for warrior one. But before you're going to come up, just come up onto your fingertips. Again, grab the blocks if you need it. Now, root down through the back heel. Make your entire back leg, your left leg, as strong, as straight as you can. Then pull the right hip back into the center line. So your left hip is turning forward, your right hip is pulling back. Good, now keep the back leg this strong. In fact, press the outer arch of the left foot down to the mat. Turn on your core and inhale. Lift up your chest, warrior one. Virabhadrasana 8. Turn the left hip forward, pull the right hip back, turn your belly and your chest full all the way forward, but try to lift up from your lower back. Pull the belly in and then pull the ribs towards each other. Soften the inner shoulders away from the ears. Keeping the left heel, the back heel, rooting down to the mat. Bring the arms by your side, turn the palms forward and reach your chest forward. Deep, slow inhale through the nose. Maybe bend your front knee a little bit more. Root down through the back heel. Now bring the hands to your heart center. Lift up the back heel. So all 10 toes going to face forward. Shift the body weight forward and a little more room. And pick up your left foot. Keep your right knee bent if you need it. Lift up from your lower back. Keep the lower belly engaged. Hands at your heart center. Turn the left toes down to the mat. Feel how you're rooting down through the center of the right heel, the right big toe mound, the right pinky toe mound, and reach the arms by your side. Now your left lifted leg should be straight and engaged. You can bend your standing right leg as much as you need it. Turn the left pinky toe down to the mat. Deep inhale. Release the hands down to the mat. Standing split, start to lift the left leg a little higher. Now you can walk your fingers a little closer to your right foot. Maybe even grab the right ankle, grab the right forearm behind the right calf as you lift the left leg high to the sky. Deep inhale, hold, exhale. Release the left foot next to the right, coming to a forward fold. Let the crown of the head come down to the mat. Maybe then grab behind the calves, behind the ankles, and then pull the forehead closer to the shins. Bend the knees, chair pose, Utkatasana. Lift up the arms. Shift the body weight back into your heels. And then if you gaze down, you should be able to see the toes hanging over the knee line. Pull the belly in. Lengthen out from your lower back. Get that C curve out from your lower back. Then soften the shoulders away from the ears. As you feel how you're reaching the energy through the outer armpits up to the pinkies. Deep, slow inhale. Maybe sit down deeper as you exhale. Focus on your breath. Soften the muscles around the face. Deep inhale. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Separate your feet all the way mat distance apart. Toes out, heels in, Malasana. You'll be squatting. Bring your hands to your heart center. Push the elbows into the inner knees and lift up your chest. Tuck the chin to the chest slightly. Feel the nice opening in your inner thighs, inner groins. Stay here or maybe come into a little crow pose, prop or crow pose. As your palms are shoulder distance apart, you're wrapping the triceps back, placing the knees onto the triceps. Lean forward and maybe pick up your toes. Engage the core, push the earth away, focus on your breath. And then from here we're going to make our way back into downward facing dog. You can shoot the legs back into low chaturanga. Then go back, downward facing dog. Inhale, your left leg high to the sky. Exhale, bring the left knee to the left tricep. Then slowly slide it down to the wrist. And as you exhale, pull it back. Slide it down to the wrist. And exhale, pull it back. Slide it down to the wrist. Exhale, pull it back. One more. Slide it down to the wrist. Exhale, pull it back. Inhale, left leg high to the sky. Exhale, step it all the way through low lunge. Settle the back foot for warrior one. Seal your back heel down and stay onto your fingertips. Again, grab 2 blocks if you need that. Or just keep the fingertips down to the mat. Feel the outer arch of the back foot firmly pressing down to the mat. Feel how your left hip is pulling back, your right hip is turning forward. Now lift the belly away from the left thigh. Engage your core and slowly, keeping the back leg strong, rise up, warrior one. Virabhadrasana A. Turn the right hip forward, pull the left hip back. But keep that right leg, the back leg, as strong and straight as you can. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Deep, slow inhale. And deep, slow exhale. Maybe bend your front knee a little bit more. Turning the right hip forward, pull the left hip back. Bring the arms by your side, turn the palms forward, roll the shoulders back. Pull the left hip back. Keep the right leg strong and slowly start to lean forward. Feel the connection with the back heel. Reach the chest forward, pull the left hip back, turn the right hip forward. Find that nice long energy line. Feel how the neck is still participating, it's part of the spine. Deep inhale and exhale. Bring the hands to your heart center. Spin the back heel up, all 10 toes facing forward. Find again that nice long energy line. Now shift the body weight forward into the left foot. Hands at your heart center and pick up your right leg. Soften the left knee. Straighten out through the lifted right leg. Reach back to the right heel. Your sternum is reaching forward. So your lifted right leg should be straight and engaged, and your left leg can be bent. You can straighten it if you want, and you can feel free to keep a bend into the left knee. And then bring the arms by your side if you like. Fly the arms or keep the hands at your heart center. Whatever feels better, whatever you did on the other side. Deep inhale. Exhale. Release the hands down to the mat. Come on into a standing split pose. Let the right leg high to the sky. Start to walk the fingers closer to the left foot and maybe grab your left ankle, left calf as you lift your right leg even higher. Then gently forward fold at the top of the mat. Let the crown of the head to melt down to the earth. Separate your feet hip distance apart this time. Grab onto your big toes with the index finger and middle finger. And then reach the chest forward, reach the crown of the head forward. Keep a bend into the knees if you need that. Exhale, fold forward, pull the belly onto the thighs, the crown of the head down to the earth. Now feel how your shoulders are naturally falling down towards the mat. Lift the shoulder blades away from the ears, lengthen through the back of the neck. Then push the elbows out to the side. Use your strong bicep muscles to pull the upper body closer to the lower body. Slowly release. Toe heel your feet together, big toes to touch, heels to touch. Inhale, come into a halfway lift, lift up the chest. Exhale, melt forward, fold. Bend your knees, chair pose, Utkatasana, lift up the arms. Hold the belly in, reach the arms to the ceiling. Deep, slow inhale. Fly the arms back behind you. Sit down a little deeper. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Keep the length in the spine. Inhale, stay deep in your chair. Just lift up the arms. And exhale, fly the arms back again. This time, interlock the hands behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Lengthen through the neck. Exhale, fold. Keep the bind from the forehead to the shins as you lift the fist up to the ceiling. Release the hands down to the mat. Inhale, lift up your heart. Exhale, plant the palm, step, jump back. Go through your vinyasa. Make your way back to downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg high to the sky. This time you're going to bend the knee and then stack the hips. Shine your right shoulder down to the mat and point the right knee up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring the right knee underneath the body and cross it underneath the body as you touch the left tricep. And then slide it down to the wrist and pull it back to the armpit. Slide it down. Exhale, pull it back. Inhale, slide it down. Exhale, pull it back one more. Inhale, slide it down. Exhale, pull it back. Then extend the right leg out to the side and find a falling star as you lift the left arm high to the sky. Release the left palm down. Inhale, pick up your right leg, lift it all the way to the sky. Exhale, step it through to a low lunge. Set up the back foot, warrior one. Inhale, lift up the chest, warrior one, Virabhadrasana A. Bring the arms by your side. Interlock the hands behind your back. Lift up the chest. Exhale, start to reach forward. Pull the right hip back, turn the left hip forward. Root down to the back heel. Then turn the chest out to the left. Shimmy the right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. Drop the crown of the head down to the earth. Inhale, rise up, warrior one, lift up the arms. Exhale, open to the side. Warrior two, adjust your feet. Make it stand nice and wide. Now lift out from your warrior two slightly. Turn the right knee all the way forward. Turn the back toes in. Keep your back leg strong. Lift the fingers aligned with the shoulders. Tuck the tailbone under. Lift up from the waistline. Now keep the lifting sensation in the center of the body. And slowly start to bend your right knee. Sending the right knee forward towards the second toenail. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Maybe deeper as you exhale. Flip the right palm and reverse your warrior. Reach it all the way back behind you. Lift up from the right side body. Deep inhale. Exhale, and then the hands down to the mat. Go through your vinyasa, high to low. Inhale, up dog, maybe cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high. Point the left toe, bend the left knee. And stack the hips. Shine your left shoulder down. Find this twist, this opening coming more from the belly button, more from the hips. And then exhale, cross the left knee underneath the body, touch the right tricep. Then slide the knee down to the wrist, and exhale, pull it up. Slide the knee down, exhale, pull it up. Slide the knee down, exhale, pull it up. Last one. Slide the knee down, exhale, pull it up. Extend the left leg out to the side. Falling star, reach the right arm high to the sky. Release the right palm down. Inhale, meet your core, lift the left leg high. Exhale, stepping through low lunge. Setting up the back foot, warrior one. Inhale, lift up warrior one. Come back into that strong warrior. Turn the right hip forward, pull the left hip back. Bring the arms by your side. Interlock the hands, place the opposite index finger on top, the awkward one. Lift up the chest, keep pulling the left hip back, keeping the back leg strong. Start to lean forward with the chest. Feel how the back leg is strong and straight. Root down to the center of the right heel. And turn the chest to the right. Shimmy the left shoulder to the inside of the left knee. Then let the shoulders to fall forward. Square your chest down towards the mat. Let the crown of the head to melt down to the earth. Root down through the back heel. Inhale, rise back up. Lift up the arms, warrior one. Exhale, open to the side, warrior two. Now slightly lift up from your deepest warrior two. Tuck the tailbone under, pull the belly in. Turn the left toes forward, turn the left knee, all four corners of the left knee, all the way forward. Make your back leg strong. Engage your right thigh, reach the fingers aligned with the shoulders, and reach them away from each other. Then slowly keeping the lifting sensation in your lower back, bend your front knee a little bit more. Engage the outer hip and soften the left inner thigh forward. Your back leg is still engaged, you're lifting up from your lower back. Focusing on the breath. Then flip the left palm, keep the left knee bent, and reach the left arm up and over. Maybe find a half bind or just gently rest the right fingertips at the back of the right leg. Exhale, bring the hands down to the mat. Go through your vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Back downward facing dog. Deep, slow inhale through the nose. And exhale, let it out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. Lift up the arms. Pull the belly in. Lift up the chest. Deep inhale. And exhale. Come a little bit deeper. Deep inhale. And exhale, sit down a little deeper. Then root down through the feet, straighten out through the legs, and lift up the left knee away from the mat. You're rooting down to the right heel. Your right leg stays down onto the mat. You lifted up the left knee. Reach the arms to the ceiling. Deep inhale. Bring the hands to your heart center. Figure four as you cross the left ankle on top of the right knee. Keep the hips level. Try not to drop the left hip down. Keep it in exactly on one level as you drop the hips down towards the mat. Flex the left foot towards the left knee. Lift up the chest, hands at your heart center. Steady, strong breath in and out through the nose. Any variation if you want to stay up here, you want to lean forward, or maybe come all the way into an arm balance. 5 more breaths. Focus on the breath, lengthen out from the lower back and soften the muscles around the left hip joint. Slowly pressing into the right heel, lift the left knee up, reach the arms to the ceiling and extend the left leg all the way forward without leaning back or bending your standing right leg. And then exhale, send the left leg back behind you, airplane wings, turn the left toes down to the mat, reach the chest forward. Taking a deep, slow inhale through the nose, hold it here as you exhale. One more time, deep, slow inhale through the nose, and then hold it here as you exhale. Soften the right knee, step back into warrior one, seal the back heel down. Inhale, lift up the arms. Exhale, open to the side, warrior two. Sit down deep, find the deepest warrior one. Reach your right arm forward, right elbow down. Left arm high to the sky. Turn the left palm forward and reach the left bicep to your ear. Soften the shoulder away from the ear. Now feel how from the left pinky all the way to the left toe, you created one long energy line again. Then you can make a decision, keeping the right elbow onto the right thigh, grabbing a block, placing it to the outside of the right foot, or maybe your right finger is going to go all the way down to the mat, possibly to the outside of the right foot. Lengthen through the breath, lengthen through the spine with each and every breath. Pull the right hip back, and then soften the right inner thigh forward. Keep the connection with the back leg. Maybe bend your front knee a little bit more. And then maybe releasing the fingers a little bit deeper down without letting the chest to fold forward. Keep stacking the left shoulder on top of the right. Lift up the left arm. Come back all the way into a warrior two. Straighten out through the front leg. Pull the right hip back. Triangle Trikonasana. Right arm down, left arm high to the sky. Stack the shoulders on top of each other. Root down through the back heel. And instead of just resting your right hand onto the right shin, right ankle, lift the energy up into the left fingers. Your right fingers are super light here. Then reach the left arm forward, bicep to the ear, turn the palm down. Hold it here or get really light onto the right fingers and lift the right palm up and away from the mat. Release. Inhale, lift the left arm high, rise up, reverse your triangle, reach it all the way back. And exhale, bring the hands down to the mat. Go through your vinyasa, skip the vinyasa and make your way back into downward facing dog. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step up to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Lift up the arms, sit down nice and deep into your chair pose. Pull the belly in. Deep inhale. Exhale, sit down deeper. One more time, deep inhale. Exhale, sit down deeper. Then press into the heels, rise up all the way to stand, Urdhva Hastasana. Lift the right knee up and away from the mat, root down to the left heel. Deep inhale, make your standing left leg as straight as you can. Pull the belly in, then bring the hands to heart center, figure four. Turn the right knee out to the side, open through the right hip joint. Then slowly start to sit down into your figure four. Shifting the body weight more back into your left heel, flexing the right foot to the right knee, softening in your right hip joint. Now your spine stays nice and long, turning around. So you can make a decision to come down. Your forearm can come down onto the shin, your hands can come down onto the mat. You can go into a flying pigeon pose if you like. 5 more breaths. Wherever you are, focus on your breath. Feel the whole body from the inside. Slowly start to rise up, pressing to the left heel, straighten out through the left leg. Reach the arms to the side, toes down. Make your standing left leg straight or bend it if you need it. But definitely make your lifted right leg as straight as you can. Lengthen through the neck, lengthen through the whole spine. Deep, slow inhale. And exhale. Now again, deep, slow inhale. And exhale. Soften the left leg. Step back, warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Inhale the arms up to the sky. Exhale, open to the side. Find your nice deep warrior two. Fix your warrior, turn the left toes forward, hug the left hip back in. Right leg is strong and straight, then reach forward, extended side angle. Left elbow down, right arm high to the sky. Turn the right palm forward, bring the bicep to the ear. Keep the left elbow to the left thigh. Or maybe grab a block, place it to the outside of the left foot. Or the left fingertips go down all the way to the mat. Reconnect with the back leg. Engage the left outer hip to pull the left hip back into the center line. Soften the left inner thigh forward. And stack the shoulders on top of each other. And maybe throughout the next couple of breaths, you can lower the fingertips down to the mat or lower the block down a little bit more. Feel the connection with the back leg. Lift up the right arm. Stay strong, rise back into your warrior two. Straighten out through the front leg. Pull the left hip back, triangle, Trikonasana. Left palm down, right arm high. Without resting into the, placing too much pressure onto the left shoulder, sinking into the left shoulder, left palm, reach the energy up into the right fingers. Open through the chest with the reach of the arms. Then turn the right palm forward, bring the bicep to the ear, lengthen out through the right side body. Stay here or get super light onto the left fingers and lift the left arm up and away from the shin. Turn the palms towards each other. Release the left fingertips down, right arm high, rise back up, reverse your warrior, reach it all the way back, and come back to center. We're gonna parallel our feet. So turn the feet towards each other. I'm gonna turn around facing you guys. All right. Feet are perfectly parallel. You can turn the toes in slightly if you have any sciatica lower back issue. Bring the arms out to the side in a T, And slowly start to lean forward, shifting the body weight forward into the toe mounts. Your heels are almost light in this position. Tuck the chin to the chest so your neck stays nice and long. Going to the side for a better view from the side. So instead of pushing the hips back, lean more forward. Heels and hips in one line. All right. Deep inhale. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Bring the hands down to the mat. Start to walk your hands back towards the feet. So the heels of the hands and the heels of the feet, or heels of the hands and the heels of the feet is going to be in one line. Then start to work on bringing the crown of the head down to the mat. A little bun. Lift the shoulder blades away from the ears. Create a tripod with the crown of the head and the two palms. From here, you can just stay here, enjoy this nice opening for your hamstrings, or come into a tripod headstand, lifting the legs up and away from the mat. Core is strong, legs are strong. And slowly split the legs apart if you lifted the legs up. And then release the feet down to the mat. Place your hands onto your hips. With a flat spine, strong core, rise up all the way into a standing position. Bring the hands behind your lower back. Squeeze the shoulder blades, lift up the chest. And exhale, slowly start to lean forward. Reach the chest forward. And start to bring the forehead down towards the mat. Shifting the body weight a little more forward into the toe mounts. Heels are a little lighter. Root down through the feet. Strong core, rise up all the way into a standing position. Inhale the arms up, turn the toes out. Find 5-pointed star. Hands to your heart center. Bend the knees. Sit down, goddess pose. Make your stand nice and wide so your knees are not hanging over the ankle line. Tuck the tailbone under, pull the belly in. And sit down nice and deep. Deep, slow inhale. Sit down deeper as you exhale. Bring the fingertips behind the ears. And start to bring the right elbow down to the right thigh. Back to center, exhale. Left elbow to the left thigh. Come back to center. Right to right. Inhale. Left to left. Shh. Right back. And out. Shh. Drop the tailbone down. Tuck the tailbone under, fold the belly in, and out. Shh. Back to center, and left. Shh. Come back to center, hands at your heart center. Drop down deeper, make your thighs parallel to the mat. Inhale the arms up, hold it here. Press into the heels, rise all the way up. Turn to the front of the mat. Step up at the top of the mat. Tadasana, mountain pose. Alright, we come into tree pose. Root down to the left leg and turn the right knee out to the side. You can keep the right foot into a kickstand position if you need that today for any reason, balancing. You can slide it up onto the shin or you can bring it all the way up into the inner thigh. Avoid the kneecap. Turn the right knee out to the side and maybe bring the hands to your heart center. Find a spot in front of you and you can keep your gaze on something that does not move in front of you. That's your drishti, your gaze, your focus. Tuck the tailbone under and soften the right inner groin out towards the right inner knee. You can reach the arms all the way to the ceiling if you like. Hands back to your heart center. And with control, release the right foot next to the left. Starting on the other side, turn the left knee out. You can come into a kickstand, shin, or all the way up into the right inner thigh. Then, soften the left knee away from the body. And feel how you're opening in the left inner thigh, inner groin, hip area. Hands at your heart center. Feel how you're rooting down to the center of the right big toe, right pinky toe, and the center of the right heel. Find again that spot, and you can keep your focus, your drishti, your focus. Work on opening through the left hip as you tug the tailbone under, pull the belly in. Maybe reach the arms to the ceiling. Maybe this time bring the gaze up to the sky. Or maybe even close your eyes. Worst case scenario, you're gonna fall out from the pose, you're gonna come right back into it. And slowly and gently bring the hands to your heart center. And slowly release the left foot next to the right. Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, lift up the arms. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Make your way back all the way into a downward facing dog. Hips high to the sky. You add a vinyasa if you're still craving one. You skip it if you don't need one. Inhale, your right leg high to the sky. Bend the knee, circle the knee around a couple of times. Letting that beautiful fresh fluid come into the hip joint. Good, and then exhale. Step the right leg all the way forward into a low lunge. Drop the left knee down to the mat. Place your hands onto your right knee and inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Lift up from the waistline, drop the hips deeper down to the mat. Deep, slow inhale. Maybe find a little back bend, maybe even go pose the arms at the top. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hands down, half split or full split pose as you straighten out through the right leg. Pull the right hip back into the socket or maybe grabbing onto two blocks. And using the blocks to maintain a flat spine, pulling the lower belly in and reaching your sternum forward. You can of course come into a full split pose, Hanumanasana if you like. Deep inhale and exhale. Rebend your right leg, shift the body weight forward, come on into a half pigeon pose on the right side. Toe heel the right foot all the way to the right edge of the mat. Drop the right shin down. Turn the back toes back, inhale, lift up the chest, and exhale, fold, mat, all the way forward. Deep inhale, and exhale. If in this position your knees are not feeling comfortable, you feel pain in the knees, feel free to turn around, come onto your back and do a figure four onto your back. Soften the muscles around the right hip. Allow the chest to fall down to the mat as you soften the muscles around the jaw. And slowly coming back onto your palms. Tuck the back toes under. Inhale your right leg high to the sky. And exhale, release the right leg down to the mat. Inhale your left leg high to the sky, bend the knee, circle the knee around a couple of times. Lift the left leg high, exhale, step it all the way through low lunge. Drop the right knee down. Then bring the hands onto your left knee. Maybe slide your right knee down, step the left hip more forward. Sink the hips down to the mat, then reach the arms to the sky. Deep inhale. Maybe go pose the arms as you lift up your chest. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, shifting the body weight back, finding a half split pose or finding a full split pose if that's what you did on the other side. Flex the left foot to the face, pull the left thigh back into its socket. Lengthen through the neck, take a deep inhale. Exhale, go a little deeper. Activate through the left foot, like you're stepping on a pedal with the left foot. Rebend the left leg, shift the body weight back forward and come into the half pigeon pose. Indeed. Sending the left foot out to the right side, drop the left shin bone down to the mat, point the right toes back, square the hips, turning the right hip forward, pull the left hip back, take a deep inhale, exhale, come down. Take a slow inhale through the nose. And with the next exhale, see if you can soften the muscles around the left hip to open up through the left hip joint. Soften the muscles around the shoulder and around the face. Feel how the gravitation is pulling you down to the mat without you resisting. Just allow, slowly, with the breath. Come on back onto your palms. Tug the back toes under. Make your way back into downward facing dog. Go through an optional vinyasa or just simply step back to your down dog. Come down onto your knees. Bring your knees closer together. Bring your heels out to the side. Virasana. You can grab a block. Place the block in between the heels and sit down onto the block. Or if you don't need the block, you are okay with this pose, you can turn the calf muscles out to the side, create some more space, and then drop the hips down in between the heels. If your toes are pointing back, you can stay here sitting upright. If this pose does not feel right at all, your knees are being bothered by that, just come into a low lunge position and make sure you do both sides. Or if you are okay in this pose, you can come down onto your elbows, lifting the chest up, holding here, or coming all the way down onto your back. Pressing the knees down to the earth, and then maybe bring the arms up and overhead, tuck the chin to the chest, grab on opposite elbows. Imagine I'm pushing your knees gently down towards the mat so you really feel a nice stretch in your thighs, in the frontal hip bones. Good job. Slowly rise back up if you're down onto your back. Come on onto your hands and knees. Maybe tap your feet down a couple of times. And then sit down onto your mat. Stretch the legs all the way in front of you. Sit in Dandasana, seated staff pose. Inhale the arms all the way to the ceiling. And exhale, fold forward, Paschimottanasana. Lift up the chest, make your spine long. And exhale, melt, round, fold all the way down. Slowly lift up the chest, bend your knees, soles of the feet down onto the mat, roll all the way back down onto your mat. Coming to a little gentle twist, pull the right knee into the right shoulder socket, your left leg is long, deep inhale. Tuck the chin to the chest, keep the left leg strong and long. As you exhale, bring the right knee out to the left and gaze over to the right. Close your eyes or gently gaze over the right shoulder. And come back to center, hug both knees to your chest, neutralize the spine. Switch, right leg long, left knee in, deep slow inhale. And exhale, turn, twist. Bringing the left knee out to the right. Gazing over the left shoulder, deep slow inhale. Exhale. Come back to center, hug both knees to your chest. Wrap the forearms around the shins, pull the forehead to your knee. Roll into this tiny, tiny energy ball. Release the crown of the head, the back of the skull down to the mat. Reach the legs to the ceiling and slowly 1 inch at a time, release the legs down to the earth. Separate your feet all the way mat distance apart. Turn the palms to the ceiling. Adjust the shoulder blades onto your mat. Tuck the chin to the chest. Close your eyes. Shavasana. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Open your mouth and sigh out, let it go. Soften the toes, the fingers. Relax the feet, the palms. Relax your ankles, your wrists. Relax the legs, the shins, the thighs, the kneecap, the skin around the legs. Relax the forearms, biceps, triceps, the arm bones. Soften the shoulders, your lungs. Relax the muscles around the face. Relax the skin, your forehead, the crown of the head. Relax the entire back body. Just allow your body to sink, to melt into the mat. Let go of the breath control.